everyone, and welcome to Big Mike's Senior Adventures.
Well, still up in Sapa at the homestay with Tom Tom, and we're getting ready, getting everything together so we can get out and get up in the mountains. And we're about to head out now, plotting our course, saying goodbye to the dog, of course. He's always got something to say. But there's Tom Tom and me. We're getting ready to get up in the mountains, take some pictures, and have a great day. Some of the most stunning views I could imagine. I can only say that if you ever thought about coming up here, you really need to do it. It is definitely something on my bucket list, and I hope to get back soon. We spent about half a day walking up the mountains, looking at the views and questioning her on different agricultural type things they do, because that was really of an interest of mine coming up here, is to see how they do it, see how they work these terraces they have, which I've always been fascinated about. And she was very, very insightful to all of it. I mean, she answered about every question I threw at her. But we walked up through the mountains. We saw some villages. Saw they plant obviously a lot of rice, but also corn and vegetables and things of that nature. But the corn production was really quite high. I was surprised, but of course that's because they used the corn for feeding the chickens. So that's what they do. And of course the used stalks and stuff, I imagine, goes to the buffalo, which are all over the place. But the views, unbelievable. Fresh air, peace and quiet. Definitely probably the best place I've ever been in my life. And Tom, I can't say enough about her. Great little gal. Funny as heck. Surprised. And she speaks great English. That's the real kicker. You want someone that's going to speak good English. Now, walking up through here, funny enough, couple of places that I ran into, I saw marijuana growing, which surprised me. Funny thing is, now if that same instance occurred in the United States, it would be swarmed by helicopters, SWAT team, and everything else. Up there, they grow it and don't even think twice about it. And actually, they use it for medicinal purposes, but they also grow hemp and use it for making their clothes. I cannot imagine what it would be like in a war in this part of the world. There's no sense in it. It's such a peaceful, people are so peaceful, kind. It's amazing. Going through there, you'll see there's a couple of nice little farms up in there. Well, all scattered through the mountains, but I mean the ones that we came across. And there is, I think, one or two homestays that we bumped into while we were traveling up there. So it is definitely an area that's up and coming as far as tourism goes. I don't think it's going to decrease at all. I think it's going to increase. And whether that's good or bad, I don't know. I think it's good for the local population, but of course, with the influx of tourists, it's going to have an impact on, the tranquility of the area. But they do need it, that's for sure. And this is just a short walk through the village, seeing other people from her village. She knows everyone, obviously. Now, I was up there, I think it was like August, something like that. Now, my communications with some folks up there now, they say it's cold, but of course I'm originally from deep upstate New York on the Canadian border, 40 years ago. So that's cold. Now, if you take a look at what she's showing me here, this is the marijuana growing. Oh, don't you know the American police department would love to swarm in. If they ever saw a plant like that, they swarm in with everything they had. probably seize the property, put the people in jail, and there, people don't even think anything of it. Americans certainly could learn a lot from these people. Growing up during the Vietnam War era and hearing the propaganda about these people, I realize now that it was all lies, like it always is. Yeah, they're incredibly peaceful, loving, caring, kind people. You look at their society versus the American society, murder, drugs, everything else that's going on, kidnappings. You don't have that up there. Matter of fact, you'll see in a few minutes there's children playing in the hills up there all by themselves. Nobody bothers them. I can't wait to get back up there. The only problem with Vietnam right now, it only has a 30-day visa, which is really not enough time well, for me, it's not enough time to cover this area, let alone the whole country. I haven't been to the Central Highlands, or not real eager to get into Ho Chi Minh City and the chaos there. I come out of Houston, Texas, and I'm not really wanting to see a lot of cars and people and congestion, things of that nature. And I was in Hanoi, and that was enough for me. But I think I could kick around up here for the rest of my life and be happy. Walking these trails, these are the same trails the buffalo use when they're coming in and out. And since I mentioned that, as we're walking, we just ran into some. Now, they're about the size of a hippopotamus, and I'm not really sure what their temperament is, and I wasn't willing to take a chance on it. I see kids, directing them all over the place and don't seem to have an issue. This little gal, she just came out of nowhere. We stopped to take a break in this little shack, and this little girl came out of nowhere and just didn't even say anything to us. Just walked right past us, and this little shack here is some kind of a little store. She went in, got a piece of candy, walked back out, didn't say a word to us, just off on her own. It was kind of bizarre, but also kind of funny. Then we continued up the mountains, going through some of the farms and things like that. And you can see up there's really no roads, it's just paths. And people will be riding their motorcycles up through there, delivering food or bringing products down from the mountain to the market. That's how they do it. And these ladies are amazing riding the motorcycles. I couldn't imagine an American woman even getting on a motorcycle like that. And I don't hate to sound sexist, but most of the gals I know wouldn't even get on a motorcycle, dirt bike like that, let alone up in the mountains. Of course, then again, most gals I know of, I've been living in the city for so long that, unless you're driving a BMW, they don't even want to get in the car. Just breathing up there was incredible. The freshness of the air, the crispness of it was incredible. Didn't see any chemtrails, any of the stuff you see in the sky. When you're in the United States, you're constantly seeing chemtrails up in the sky. Never saw one of them up there, ever. Gotta wonder why. Speaking of ladies on motorcycles, got a gal coming down the trail now that we had to make way for. And she's got a pretty good load on the bike too. Not a problem. There she goes. And we're off again, going further up the mountain. Tom Tom. Oh, it's a pleasure. Oh, it's a joke. Such a nice lady. And if you get a chance, if you're going to be going up there, I've left her information at the end of the video. Get in touch with her. She's more than happy to guide you around, whatever you want to do. If you want to go to a waterfalls, you want to go swimming, hike up in the mountains, whatever it is, she'll take you there. And you can stay at her place as well. She got a nice little cabin overlooking the valley, which is a great view. I couldn't think of a better place to sit and have breakfast, as I did, to fulfill the experience. Yeah, here's the children I saw playing up in the mountains, having a great time. They had water buffalo themselves. Really doesn't get any better than that, folks. So you get a chance, get up to Sapa, look up Tom Tom. Her information follows. Hey folks, that wraps it up for today. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you would, please, you know the routine. Hit like, subscribe, share, and if you would, leave me a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are either way. I certainly appreciate it. Thank you.